The little boy was shocked to discover that the jade pendant the landlady held was identical to his mother's. To prove he wasn't lying, the little boy ran back to his room and brought out his mother's jade pendant. The landlady trembled as she took it from him. After comparing them, she realized that the two pendants fit perfectly together. It turned out that these were family heirloom jade pendants from a wealthy family. Only heirs of the family were allowed to possess them. Many years ago, the old lady gave one pendant to her only grandson and promised to give him the other one when he got married, to give to his wife. However, fate played a cruel trick. 8 years ago, her grandson went missing, and there was no news of him. In her anger, the old lady left home and moved to the countryside. She ordered her sons that as long as her grandson wasn't found, she would never return home. Little did she know that at that time, her grandson had been hunted by enemies. He lost his memory and became a beggar. By chance, a woman rescued him. They spent time together and gradually grew close. Soon, the woman became pregnant with twins, a boy and a girl. But just as they shared their joy, danger quietly approached. A driver, fatigued and dozing off, steered his car toward the woman. In a desperate attempt to protect his wife and children, the man used his body to shield them from the car. But the man fell into a coma and never woke up. For 8 years, the woman cared for her comatose husband while raising their 2 children. The days were suffocating. Even the doctors said the chances of recovery were slim. They advised her to give up on treatment and told her the treatment costs at least $500,000. So, the woman decided to move to the city to work. In order to save money, she could only inquire about rental rooms in old houses. Perhaps by fate, they came to the old lady's house. At first, the old lady was rude and directly rejected them. But when she saw the 2 children, she seemed to see a glimpse of her missing grandson. Eventually, after the children's pleas, the old lady agreed to rent a storage room to the woman. Little did she know, her softening heart would bring her a big surprise. That night, the old lady, filled with questions, approached the woman, trying to ask about her husband's condition. The woman mentioned that her husband had been in a car accident 8 years ago and became a vegetative state. The old lady became excited, realizing the timeline matched the disappearance of her grandson. She eagerly asked if there were any photos, but the woman showed her a picture that was smudged by the children. The old lady was immediately disappointed, but blood relations still tightly connected them because of the hot weather. The old lady suggested the 2 children go to her room to use the fan. In exchange, the woman would clean the yard. The woman gratefully agreed. The next day, while the woman was cleaning the yard, a vase was accidentally knocked over by a stray cat. The old lady instantly became furious. She immediately blamed the woman for being clumsy, severely scolding her for coming from the countryside and having no manners. She even ordered them to move out that very day. The woman explained that it was the cat that knocked it over, but the old lady didn't believe her. She even threatened to hit her. Helpless, the woman could only silently endure the injustice. Just as she was venting her sorrow to the picture of her comatose husband, a phone call brought her some hope. It was her best friend calling. The friend said she had found a sales job for her. The woman was overjoyed. She knew that with a job, her husband's treatment could continue. So, she shared the good news with her children. Although the old lady acted tough, she also brought 2 boxes of chocolate for the children, and even sent the woman some ointment for her wound.